In marketing, in the marketing world, there's a lot of talk and a lot of people who will say things like, just because you've built it doesn't mean that it will come. I've had more than one coach, teacher, leader, in marketing talk about that. It's a very common theme where it's like people think that just because they create a great, awesome program that, clients will come, customers will come, and it's not true. And I just deeply and completely disagree. And that's what we're talking about in today's episode. You can use this mindset shift for those of you who are business owners. If you are just a professional woman who's looking for that next job, the next raise, better bosses, a better working environment, then this will work for you as well. And what's really important here is that I'm not an ordinary mindset manifestation and life coach, right? I'm not somebody who just wants to teach you or tell you how to get one random thing. You know what I'm saying? And I have to explain this. I'll use an example. There was a time in my business where I just wanted clients. I just want 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 to work with people, right? And on the one hand, it's coming from a place where you're like, I just want to help people. I just want to support people. Like, yeah, that's noble. And then it's also a little bit coming from this place of like, I have to make money. If I don't make money, then I'm not safe. So it's kind of like a little root chakra issue there where it's like, I feel unsafe. I feel insecure. If I don't get clients, then I'm not going to be able to take care of myself. I'm not going to make money, right? And so then you kind of get in this like desperate energy. I found myself in a really desperate energy where it was just like, I need something. I need anything. I need any client so that I don't have to get a part-time job. I need any client so that I am able to pay my bills, whatever. So from that place, I manifested clients. And there's nothing wrong with the clients that I've had over the years. A lot of my clients that I've had over the years continue to be my clients, continue to work with me, continue to get into programs. I have a really great retention rate in my world and my business. Women come into my world, they buy one thing, they buy one program, and it is very 110% likely that they're going to come back, that we're going to work with each other again. And it's actually been kind of like a potential source of conflict for me because it's like, okay, how many testimonials can I have from the same person before it gets ridiculous? But it's not a bad thing. It's like champagne problems, right? How many times can I transform one person's life before it's a bad thing? Like, the answer is it doesn't exist. There's no such thing as working with one person too many times, right? So anyway, the clients that I got, they were clients, but I realized that I actually didn't just want any clients. How do I explain this? Nothing personal against one particular person. This actually isn't one person. It's a very common issue that I had. I've worked with a lot of women who wouldn't show up for themselves. They weren't all in. They weren't dedicated. They weren't committed. You can show up for the sessions every 2 weeks or every week, but if you're not doing the work in between sessions, if you're not showing up every single day, then you're not going to experience the rapid growth and transformation that I like to support people in getting. And then we have to do a 2.5 caveat there, right? Because we just talked about in the last episode, showing up every single day, putting in the work, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and, forcing yourself to do work that you don't want to do in order to succeed, right? That doesn't work. That doesn't work for us. That doesn't work for us as women. So when I say I had clients who didn't show up every single day, I don't mean that I was running my coaching business like the Navy and trying to force women to do 1,000,001 things every single day. I mean, it was basic shit. It was as little as watch the replay of this video, watch the replay of our sessions, be in the energy of it, and that's going to change and transform you. And then, of course, there are other things that you do. And the women that I was working with, they just weren't doing it. They weren't ready. They weren't, let's just put it there. They weren't ready. It doesn't matter. It's not a personal thing. It's something that was reflecting my expectations and my beliefs about women back to me. And that's really what we're talking about today. What are your expectations about the world? What are your beliefs about the world? Because the beliefs that you have about the world are going to impact your ability to achieve your goals, to get to your next level, whether your goal is more clients, more sales, or it's more, that next job, that next raise, that next promotion. Your perception of these people or companies is going to impact how you show up, and it's going to impact what you expect. When you're running your business from a place and you're doing marketing from a place where you expect people not to be all in, or you expect people not to be able to afford you, then the way that you market is different. The way that you talk about shit is different. If I expect people not to be able to afford my work, then in my marketing, I'm going to talk in a way that's like, this price is so cheap. This is so affordable. There's going to be an emphasis on how little things cost. I'm not asking you for too much. That message is going to be something that's in my marketing. And I'm not doing that consciously. That's happening subconsciously. It's happening because I'm telling the story that people don't have much to give me. And if people don't have much to give me, then I don't want to ask for too much. So in order to convince these people, in order to align with these people that don't have enough to give me, then in my marketing, I'm going to talk about how I'm not asking them for too much. And my beliefs, those beliefs and that behavior is going to attract people to me who can't afford what I have to offer, or who only want inexpensive work or whatever. The people who don't pay aren't fucking invested. The people who don't pay aren't invested. The courses that I have right now, all of them, I think they started at like $7, between $7 and $25. The people who have paid between like $7, $25, even a couple $100 for my courses, they don't show up. And this is a blanket statement. Of course, there's somebody out there in the world who will pay $25 for something and they will go all in and they will show up every single day. So like, we're not living in a black and white world, but just from what I have observed, people who don't pay don't show up. They don't go all in. They don't make it a priority. They're not invested. Period, point blank. So because I had the belief that people can't pay me, because I had the belief that people can't show up for me, because I had the belief that people can't support me. And I also had the belief that people don't want to take care of themselves, that women don't want to heal, women don't want this work, women don't want to do the work. Oh my God. I had so many unhelpful, unsupportive beliefs about my audience. Selling was really fucking hard. Selling was incredibly fucking difficult. Working with clients was incredibly fucking difficult. When I have the belief that people don't want to be there, that people won't show up, that people don't show up for themselves, me being a coach, me being somebody who is supporting them as they take care of themselves, like, that's chaos and fucking conflict, because they're not showing up. They're not doing the work. They're not whatevering. So the reason why this is relevant is because your marketing is different. In other words, your behavior is different. If you're looking for your next job and you're looking for your next raise, if you've got a resume, your resume is going to be different. And I'm not just talking about the energy of these things, but yes, everything is energy before it's in the physical. before it's anything physical, it's energy. So it's like your thoughts and your beliefs, the energy that you're holding, the vibration that you're emitting, that's going to impact your perception. It's going to impact the things that you think, because a lot of people are operating on autopilot. And what I mean by autopilot, or what it means to operate on autopilot, is that you've got your subconscious mind, right? And your subconscious mind is full of your beliefs. And a belief is just a thought that you have thought over and over and over and over again. So when you have your subconscious mind and it's full of beliefs in general, which, everyone's is, I'm trying to figure out how I want to explain this at the same time as the words are coming out of my mouth. You've got your subconscious mind and your beliefs are running all of the time, 24/7. Subconscious means it's happening outside of your awareness. Your conscious mind are the things that you are doing deliberately, the thoughts that you are thinking deliberately. Your subconscious mind are the thoughts that you're not thinking deliberately. They're just the thoughts that you're thinking. And your subconscious mind is made up of the thoughts that you have been thinking. A belief is just a thought that you think over and over and over again. So if you have the thought that women can't afford to pay you, women can't afford to pay me is going to be going on in your subconscious mind 24/7 non-stop. It's going on autopilot. Now, as you're showing up in the world, as you're thinking about your offers, as you're creating your marketing, as you are writing that Instagram post, you're creating your email campaigns, if you're, in a different type of professional setting, while you're writing your cover letter and doing all of your resume stuff, that thought is going to be going on in the back of your mind. Women can't afford to pay me. Companies can't afford to pay me. Companies don't want to pay me. People want to take advantage of me. People only want cheap labor, blah, 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 right? So all of these thoughts, they're going on in your subconscious mind. That means they're going on outside of your awareness. So subconsciously, you are creating marketing campaigns. You are creating your resume from this place that isn't actually supportive to you. So let me think about this in like a different type of example. Let's say I have the belief, an unsupportive belief about corporations, right? Corporations don't want to pay Black women. Corporations don't want to pay Black women a livable wage. Corporations don't want to pay Black women a wage that actually supports them. When corporations see Black women, they see somebody that they can get a lot of work from for a fraction of the price. Corporations see how amazing Black women are for their organizations, but they don't want to pay a premium price for Black women's work, whatever. Let's say those are the thoughts that you have going on in the back of your mind. And it's so funny that I talked about a livable wage, because that's so, when I say that, I mean like the wage of your desire, the wage of your ideal lifestyle. I can make enough to survive. I can make enough to pay rent. I can make enough to live in a pretty nice apartment, but when I go out to Italy, if I'm going to get this boat ride, then I probably am not going to go to this island or do this activity or blah, 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 right? When I go on vacation, I can't get all of the things that I want because I don't have enough of it in the budget, because I'm not receiving enough money to take the kinds of vacations that I want. When I'm going and looking at purchasing shoes, I've got the black Maki Mock and the pink Maki Mock side by side, and I'm going, okay, I know that I want to get both eventually, but for today, I'm only walking out of here with one pair of shoes. Which is it going to be, right? So you can have an experience where you're financially safe and secure, and you're financially comfortable, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're making your ideal wage, right? So let's say that you have the belief that your in a world where corporations don't want to pay you the amount of money that you want in order to be comfortable, safe, secure, stable, and financially abundant and free, right? When you walk into that office for that interview, assuming that your interview is happening in person, when you walk into that office for that interview and you're sitting outside waiting for them to call you in, what's going on in your body? Are you feeling relaxed? Or are you feeling a little bit tense? It doesn't have to be visibly tense. You don't have to be having a panic attack. But when you think about asking for the salary that you desire, when they ask you how much you're looking to be paid, when you think about that particular instance, that particular moment during the interview, can you notice that tension building in your body, probably in your shoulders and your back? You might know that you're damn good at what you do. You might know that you can handle any project that these people throw at you. You're amazing at your job. But when it comes time to asking for what you want and desire, there's some tension there. There's some tension there before you even get into the interview room. There's some tension there when you talk about the job with your friends, with your family, with your lover, whatever. That tension is your body physically responding to the thoughts that are going on in your subconscious mind. Because in your subconscious mind is, we can't do this, we can't have this, we can't get this, they don't want to give this to us, we don't belong here, we're not wanted here, we're not valued here. And the beliefs and the thoughts that we're not wanted here and we're not valued here and we can't get this, those are out of alignment. They're incongruent with the reality that you want, which is a reality where corporations are throwing money at you like you're a stripper. The reality that you want is one where corporations see your value and they seek you out. You're so amazing. You're so wanted. Corporations are trying to poach you. The current corporation that you're working at is like, and I know that we just gave you a raise, but let's talk about an even greater raise. And what package can we create that is even more beneficial to you? How could our benefits be even better for you? How can we be more flexible to support you? Because we want you so badly. We want you so badly in this corporation. We want you to be happy here. Are you happy here? How can we support you more, right? That's the reality that you want to live in. You want to live in a world where the corporations are showing up, they're seeking you out, they're ready to pay. You want to walk into the boardroom for the interview and you want to say, I'd like to make XYZ quarterly, yearly, blah, 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 blah. And you want them to say, oh, absolutely. That won't be a problem. Just sign your name at the dotted line. And that's going to be that on that. And you have a new job and you're getting paid more, or you got the raise, or what the fuck ever, right? You want to have an experience as an entrepreneur where you're saying, this is my offer and this is a price. This is the price of the course. This is the price of the offer. And people are going, oh, absolutely. I'm ready to pay right now. Oh, yes. No big deal. I was born ready to pay. You want to have an experience where the world is ready to show up for you. The world is ready to give to you. So when you're ready to create that experience, one of the things that you want to do is work on those thoughts that you're thinking. In other words, you want to shift those subconscious beliefs, because your subconscious beliefs are either supporting you in getting the goal, supporting you in getting the raise, supporting you in reaching the income goal, or it's not supporting you. And if it's not supporting you, then it's sabotaging you. If it's not supporting you, then it's blocking you. If it's not supporting you, then it's making it more difficult than it needs to be, right? So in today's episode, what we're really talking about is how to see things differently, how to see people and corporations differently. And one thing that I think is really important here that I was kind of trying to talk about at the beginning of this episode is that you have to focus on purpose. I'm a woman who does everything with purpose. I back everything in my business with purpose. So, like I was talking about earlier, I don't just want any client because I know what it's like to just have any client. And if you're ever showing up in the world saying, I just want anything, what you're really saying is, I'll have whatever my subconscious mind is believing. Because you do have those beliefs. You have beliefs about everything, whether you know it or not, because it's subconscious. You can develop beliefs off of fears and doubts. And I'll give you an example of this. When I started my business and I wanted to do more coaching and I wanted to do more helping people and supporting people, I had the belief that women don't want help, women don't want support, women don't want growth, women don't want to show up for themselves. But I had never been a coach before. So where did that belief come from? Well, it came from my childhood experience and having a mother who didn't show up for growth, didn't show up for healing, didn't show up for creating a better life for herself. Lived her life complaining about what was going on and not actually putting in the effort to creating better. Saying that she was going to create better, doing some superficial bullshit, not actually being committed, not actually being all in, just complain. No action, no follow through. So no, I didn't have the belief already built out that women wouldn't want my coaching, but I did have the belief that women don't show up for themselves. And because I was starting off with that belief that women don't show up for themselves, that manifested as a feeling of doubt when I'm starting to want to do more coaching. And as I'm doubting and I'm thinking women don't show up for themselves, that turns into women don't want coaching with me. And then it manifests, ta-da! And now you've built out a new belief system. This is how it works. It spreads like a fucking wildfire. So when you're saying, I just want any job, I just want any job that pays me XYZ amount of money, you're lying. You're lying. You don't just want any job. You don't just want any experience, because whenever you're saying the words, I just want anything, you're saying, I want whatever my subconscious mind is cooking up. And that's probably not true, because your subconscious mind, as a consequence of your lived experience, is probably cooking up a whole bunch of bullshit. So if you had those negative experiences in your previous workplace, the reason why you are looking to move jobs, the reason why you're looking to get different clients, or you're looking to have a different experience in your business, you need to be specific about what it is that you're choosing to create, what it is that you want and desire. And I think a lot of times when we're going, I just want anything, it's because we don't feel worthy of what we actually desire, or we're not even acknowledging what we actually desire. The first step in your manifestation process is always going to be get clear on what you want. That's you asking for what you desire. And the truth is that you do not just want anything. So you have to be clear about what you want, what you desire, how you want to feel, what kind of experience it is that you're looking to create. Because the truth is, I don't just want any client. That's what I learned over the past several years of actually doing this coaching work and working with women. I don't just want any client. I don't just want any client who can pay. I don't just want anybody who can afford me at these rates. I want clients who are committed. I want clients who are all in. I want clients who are crazy about their growth and expansion. I want clients who are so addicted to creating this goddamn change. Because a client who's committed and a client who's all in, I don't have to tell that client to watch the replay. She was always going to watch the replay because that's just how she is. I don't have to tell that client to do XYZ different thing. Of course, when we're working together in sessions and there's more work to be done, or I'm giving them feedback or whatever, like, yeah, of course, that's a part of what it means to be a coach. But when it comes down to them actually applying the work to their lives, the woman who's all in, she's just going to fucking do that. Because hello, that's who she is. Because duh, that's what she does. So it's like, you don't just want any client. You don't just want any employer. You don't just want to receive that raise from any corporation doing any kind of work. You don't just want any new boss because any new boss is better than this current boss. That's a lie. That's bullshit. If you do not get specific on what kind of boss you want, and you do not start deliberately, consciously building out a belief system that supports you in having that good boss, then you're going to leave that job, you're going to get a new boss, and it's going to be that same experience all over again. You have to heal the shit that happened, and you have to build out a new belief system to get a new experience, period. That's how this shit works. And by this shit, I mean life. So the reason why I was telling you all of that is because there's a purpose. There's a particular purpose, and that particular purpose is what? My particular purpose. Let me start over. Let me just start over. Pretend I did not say the last sentence that I said. I'm looking at the storage and getting nervous, but I'm just going to ignore it. Okay. For this mindset to work, you have to be pursuing something of substance. This particular mindset shift requires substance. Okay? That's what I want to say. The mindset shift is that my women, my clients, my students, they're going to find me because it's who they are. They're going to find me because it's who they are. The job, the raise, the next corporation, the next client, the next project, they're going to find me because it's who they are. They're going to find me because it's who they are. It's who they are as people. And in my business, what that means is the professional woman is going to find me. She's seeking me out because that's who she is. She's a woman who's committed to creating growth and expansion in her life. She's a woman who's committed to creating emotional fulfillment. Whether or not she consciously calls it emotional fulfillment, she's committed to creating something new. She's going to find me because that's who she is. And a little bit of it is kind of like when the student is ready, the master will appear. And I know that because I live it. I know that because that's literally how I live. That's literally how I have transformed my own life and my own business over the past 5 years. I have not always been where I wanted to be in business, but there has never been a moment over the past 5 years where I was going, I don't know what to do. 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 There was always something that I was focusing on, whether it was identifying my emotions, processing my emotions, learning about inner children, learning about psychology, learning about human development, learning about what it means to create a coaching package, learning about marketing, deciding that I don't like that kind of marketing, figuring out how I'm going to offer kinds of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was always focusing on something. I was always working on something. And when I needed it, whether it was Abraham Hicks or it was another woman who I don't want to name because I don't like her and I don't support her work, or it was Amanda Francis, or it was Manifestation Babe, or it was different books, Jamie Kern Lima, like, no matter what I needed in that moment, when I was ready for my next step, when I was ready to move through something, when I was ready to heal something, it always showed up. Last year, I was like, I'm ready to go in on my money mindset. And the money mindset coach, who I had been following her for 2 years, never looked at her work, was more focused on other stuff. I saw her advertise on her story for this program that she had, and I ended up being in that program for a year, and it totally changed my money mindset, and it totally changed the way that I do my business. And I ended up getting like different courses and different things like that from her. I wasn't ready to work with her for 2 years, but when I was ready, the offers aligned, she appeared, and all of a sudden she was in my view. She was in my focus. Okay, this is something for me to look at. Okay, this is something for me to focus on. Okay, this is something for me to pay attention to. So I know that this is how life works because it's how I live and how I have lived over the past more than 5 years. That's just life for me. So the way that it works then with clients and customers, I felt really discouraged over the past, like 5 years, 4 years. For a really long time, I felt really discouraged. Because a lot of those hyper masculine coaches will tell you that you have to do this. You have to seek out the customers. You have to seek out the clients. You have to go to where they are. They're not just going to find you. They're not looking for courses. They're not looking for da-da-da-da-da. They're not lying awake at night saying, I wish I had a course that I could enroll in. So you have to use my framework to get yourself out there and do this and this and this and SEO optimize all of this stuff. And it's like, okay, I'm not against it. Don't hate it. I'm just not fucking doing it because I don't have the energy to do it. And I don't have the supportive team around me to make that happen with ease. So guess what the fuck that means? That must mean that there's another way. Because I don't live in a reality. I don't live in a world where the only way for me to get my goals is by doing things that I absolutely fucking hate. That's not how I live. That's not who I am. That's not what God created me to be. That's not the agreement that me and God made before I incarnated into this physical reality. So that's not what the fuck I'm going to do. I don't even have time to listen to it. In one ear, out the other. I honestly think that it's absolute bullshit. I don't give a fuck if the Mirandas of the world are not lying awake at night going, I need to get inside of a course. I need to work with the coach on this, and this. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that when that woman is ready for a change and a transformation, when that woman is ready to grow and expand, and she is actually actively seeking answers, she's going to find my shit. Period, point fucking blank. She's going to find my shit. She is seeking me out because it's who she is. And a lot of the marketing things that I was taught made me feel so terrible because it's like, well, how are they going to find me? How am I going to put it out there? What if it's not good enough? What if the title isn't good enough? What if the thumbnail isn't good enough? What if it looks too childish? What if it looks too much like this? What if it's not like this? My Instagram grid doesn't look like da-da-da-da-da. What if the hashtags aren't good enough? And at some point, you just have to say, honestly, like, fuck all of this shit. Because a lot of shit is stupid. How many times have I seen tweets on my timeline about this is the best kind of resume to use? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You really think that depending on the formatting of your resume, you might be denied the job that you were anointed to have? Like, that's fucking ridiculous to me. That's stupid to me. It's very dumb to me. Because no, I'm not living in a world where if I don't show up perfectly, I might miss it. I'm living in a world where the world is on my side. I'm living in a world where God is on my side. I'm living in a world where the world already wants what I have to offer. And that's your mindset shift. The job is looking for you. You're a woman who doesn't just want anything. They're a corporation who doesn't just want anything. They're ready to pay the amount of money that you are looking for. because they're looking for something specific. They're looking for you, and they're not going to be satisfied until they find you. So they're going to post about the job on Indeed. They're going to post about the job on LinkedIn. They're going to post about the job on Facebook. They're going to post about the job. They're going to send out emails to the rest of their company about the job, and that email is going to get forwarded to somebody, and that email is going to get forwarded to the next person, and then that next person is actually going to be the cousin of your best friend, and then the cousin of your best friend is going to forward that email to you. I actually did get a job once because a company emailed saying that they were hiring people, and that email got forwarded to me in a random conversation that I'm having. So it's not impossible, and it's not ridiculous, and it wouldn't be impossible or ridiculous even if I had never experienced it, but like I quite literally have experienced this. The job is going to seek you out. The people are going to seek you out. And think about that. Take it back to the example that we gave earlier on in the episode of you at a job interview. When that thought is going on in your mind, that these people have sought me out. These people want what I have to offer. These people want my energy. These people want my gifts. These people value me dearly. These people are ready to pay me for what I have to offer. If those thoughts were going on in the back of your mind, how would you feel in your body sitting outside of the office waiting for the interview? You probably feel relaxed. You probably feel chill as fuck. Your muscles would probably feel very relaxed. You probably feel happy. You probably feel excited. You probably feel like, I already got this shit. And so when you walk into the office and you're having the interview, or you're meeting with the client, you're on the discovery call, or you're writing the email, the energy that you're in is influencing the words that are coming to your mind on autopilot. When you're thinking the unsupportive thoughts, the energy that you're in is influencing the thoughts that you're attracting on autopilot. So when you've got those unsupportive beliefs and the thoughts in your mind are going, what if they can't afford me? What if they already found somebody else? What if they don't hire me? This is my 47th interview that I've done and I still haven't gotten the job, or I've been looking around for ages, or, last time I tried for this promotion, it went to somebody else. Those thoughts are coming to your mind on autopilot. Then you got to deliberately take the time to debunk those thoughts and move through that. But once you've created those supportive belief systems, I'm wanted, I'm needed, I'm desired, I'm sought after. It's who I am. It's who they are. It's what that corporation is. The job is already mine. The income is already mine. People love to pay me. People love my work. My salary is already in the budget. You're going to show up in a more relaxed manner. You're going to have more fun. You're going to have more access to different parts of your brain. You're going to be able to come up with creative answers and responses to the questions that they ask you. And I could go on forever about this, about the positive consequences and benefits. But the point is that how you see the world is impacting the experience that you're having within it. How you see your audience, how you see your ideal customer, how you see the people that you're wanting to work with is impacting your experience, and it's impacting your outcome. If I feel like women don't want what I have to offer, then in my marketing, I'm going to be convincing. If I feel like women are unlikely to show up, then in my marketing, I'm going to be trying to convince people to show up. That's doing extra fucking work. It's unnecessary. I don't care about who hasn't already decided. I genuinely don't give a shit. The woman who's already decided, the woman who's already all in, the woman who's seeking out my work, she's not going to buy another course because she needs my course. She's looking for something specific. She's seeking out solutions. and I'm the person that has to give them to her. Your next client doesn't want just anyone. They are seeking out solutions. They want something that only you can give them. When you build out that belief system, then it's much easier to show up with a positive expectation in the interviews, in the job search, in your marketing. I'm not talking to the woman who, I don't know, maybe I want it, maybe I don't want it. I'm not talking to the woman who gives up when things are hard. I'm not talking to the woman who feels like it's too difficult and she should just do something else with her life. I'm not talking to that woman. I don't care about that woman. And when I say I don't care, I mean I'm indifferent. Maybe she gets it one day, maybe she doesn't. Oh well, either way. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm talking to the woman who's already decided. I'm talking to the woman who, no matter what, she's getting that fucking raise. I'm talking to the woman who, no matter what, these clients are going to be hers. These customers are going to be showing up in her business. She's reaching this month's income goal. She's figuring this shit out. She's going to do what the fuck she needs to do in order to get to where she wants to be in her life, period. And that woman, with her attitude and her focus and her determination, she has to find me. Because the world and the universe is on her side as well. And if there are things that I need to do, like use certain words in my titles or what the fuck ever, then that's going to be a part of my inspired action that I'm naturally going to take so that we can align with each other. But worrying about whether or not it's good enough, worrying about whether or not she's in my audience, worrying about whether or not people can afford to pay me, none of those are supporting me in any of that. None of those are supporting me in attracting her into my life. None of those are supporting me in actually getting sales. So yeah, you get to have the expectation, the belief, and the experience as a woman, as somebody who's operating in her business in a divine feminine energy, and just in general, because you don't have to be a woman to apply these principles, but you get to decide, I'm not going to live my life in that hyper masculine, exhausting fucking way. I'm not going to live my life where I have to work so hard to receive things. I'm going to work my ass off to build out a belief system that supports me, because that's important. I work diligently. I've been thinking about this lately, and we have to wrap this up soon because of storage. But the idea of like, you can be anywhere that you want in the world with hard work, I disagree. I like diligence. I would consider myself to be a diligent person. I would consider myself to be a resilient person. I do agree that diligence and resilience are absolutely needed to achieve, but diligence and resilience are not necessarily the same things as hard work. Shit doesn't have to be hard. Shit doesn't have to be difficult. The challenging thing is creating new belief systems. The challenging thing is creating the belief system that the world wants what you have to offer. The challenging thing is creating the belief system that of course people can pay you. That of course your desired salary is already in the company's budget. And they're going to be so excited to pay it to you. Because when they hire you on, they're going to make 10 times what they're paying you because of the impact that you're making in that company. So for me, it's purpose driven because it's like a soulmate vibe. This is my soul aligned job. These are my soulmate clients. These are my soul aligned customers. This is destiny. This is alignment. This is anointing. It's higher and it's greater and therefore easier. Because I don't have to second guess. I don't have to worry about what the next bitch is doing, what she's creating, what she's charging, how she's marketing, how many likes she has, how much money she's made. It doesn't fucking matter. None of that matters. I love your G-Wagon. Nothing against it. I love that you were able to retire your mother in 2 years. Honestly, I don't believe it, but I love it. Not because I believe that reality is limited, but because some of this shit, it just really gives fake. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I love that you're thriving. I love that you're doing amazing things. And when I say I love it, I really mean that I'm indifferent, but that doesn't matter. The point is, it does not matter who has what. It does not matter how much longer somebody else has been doing something or how much more quote unquote success that other person has. Nobody can take this away from me because it's mine. Nobody can take the job away from me because they're mine. Nobody can take the soul aligned customers away from me because they're mine. I don't have to worry about seeking them out and working my ass off to get them to come to me because they are looking. They are looking. They have Natalie on Alicia's in the brain. They don't even know my name. They're looking for me. They don't even know who I am. They just know that they're ready for solutions. And I'm the woman who's got them. They know that they're ready to create positive change in their lives. And I'm the woman who's going to teach them how to do that. They know that they're ready to become financially empowered. And God damn it, I'm the one who's going to help them achieve that. When I have the perspective that the women are seeking me out, that the women want what I have to offer, they already want it, they already need it, there's enough money for them, there's enough money for me in their budget, all is well. Then when I'm talking and when I'm sharing and when I'm recording, shit gets real lax. Shit gets real lax. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if it's not checking off 1,000,001 different boxes that somebody else created. It's okay if it doesn't look how somebody else's looks. It's okay if it's not everything that somebody else's is, because it's just enough. I'm confident in my work. I'm confident in the value of my work. I'm confident in what I have to offer. I'm confident in the power of my shit. I'm confident in the power of my energy. I'm confident that I can support these women. I remember feeling like, and we really have to wrap this shit up like by 5 seconds from now. Okay. I remember feeling really afraid. Oh, I hate these notifications. Sorry. I remember feeling really afraid because what if women buy my course and they don't get a good result? And the mindset shift there was that that's fucking impossible. That's fucking impossible. You buy my course, you show up every single fucking day, you watch those videos like you're getting paid to do it, you watch it while you're doing the dishes, you watch it, you journal, you do the EFT tapping, you do the breath work, you show up consistently for 6 fucking months, and you're the same woman that you were when you purchased it? You're the same exact woman, same thoughts, same belief systems, absolutely no change in your world? That's your fucking experience? I will eat a bug. Not possible. Not possible. And I know that it's not possible because number one, I use those courses and programs and they're damn good. Number two, every time I get into those courses and programs, I experience a mindset shift. This shit heals me. I watch the videos, I'm like, how does me from a year ago, how did you know that I would need to hear that? I'm teaching about shit at the current level that I'm at. Like a year ago, I was teaching about things at the current level that I was at. I'm still getting deeper in the teachings, and she's telling me more things. Like she's taking me deeper in some, like you weren't even as deep in this knowing as I am now, but the things that you're telling me are still taking me deeper. Like, it's fucking magic. It's fucking sorcery. It's good. I'm confident in my work. I'm confident in my shit. So when I'm confident in my shit, and I'm confident that my people are my people are my people are my people, and nothing is going to change that, and then I'm confident that my people are seeking me out, they're looking for me, they're going to find me. They're going to find me. There's no such thing as being too deep in the algorithm. My people are going to find me. There's no such thing as using the wrong fucking hashtags. My people are going to find me. My people are determined. They're determined to change their lives. They're determined to break generational curses. They're determined to take their company to the next level. They're determined to take their corporation to the next level. They're determined to hire more people. They're determined to create more financial safety, security, and stability, even though there's all of these talks about a recession and downsizing and da-da-da-da-da. They're determined to take their company to higher heights, and I'm sure that my work can help them do that. When you build out those supportive belief systems, everything else is bullshit. Everything else is bullshit. My cover letter is bullshit. My resume is bullshit. I don't know the difference between a cover letter and a resume. Never needed it. Never needed it. I've been running this business since, for all of my adult life. So, don't ask me about that. But what I do know for sure is that it's bullshit. What I do know for sure is that it's bullshit. Yes, I've created a resume for myself, but I've never created a cover. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it's bullshit. Because it's bullshit. All of that superficial shit is bullshit. I'm not saying don't create a resume. I'm not saying that you should walk into the job with a crumpled up fucking napkin and your accomplishments written on it. That's not what I'm saying, obviously. But what I'm saying is that it doesn't really have to be fucking perfect because it is what it is. And you are who you are. And they are who they are. Undercover superstar. We will find you wherever you are. If you know that that's a Raven episode, rate this podcast 5 stars and like the video if you're listening on YouTube. And with that being said, this episode is going to come to a conclusion. But before that, I've got to let you know that if you like this episode, you're ready to go a bit deeper, I actually have a free resource library. There are over 12 workbooks, EFT tapping programs, meditations, and more. It is basically a toolbox of spiritual mindset and energetic maintenance resources, right? Without the right spiritual maintenance toolbox at your disposal, you're going to downward spiral when unfortunate things happen. You're going to go from one worst case scenario to the next. You're going to walk around feeling pessimistic. You're going to live out endless cycles of unwanted experiences where it seems like you're encountering the same person or the same job or the same problem over and over again, just like with a different face. You're going to repeat negative thoughts and you're going to struggle to imagine life being any different because you're not asking yourself the right questions to challenge your mind to think in better feeling ways. When you have the right spiritual maintenance toolbox, you're going to have something that gets you clear on where you're going. You're going to have something that helps you to become aware of your limiting beliefs, right? Become aware of what's going on automatically in your subconscious mind so that you know what to deliberately work on, what to consciously shift. And it's going to support you in seeing yourself succeed so that you can collapse time, quickly attracting your desires to you. And those 3 elements are literally exactly what I'm giving you inside of the free resource library. You're going to get like my workbook, my signature 6-step process to identify any limiting belief. You're going to get a digital journal to expand into the version of yourself whose gifts and talents are valued and respected. You're going to get a meditation to help you develop a greater sense of self-worth, self-confidence, and self-trust. And of course, you're getting so much more. So if you want access to the free resource library, go ahead and hit that link in the show notes or description on YouTube. I love ya, and I'll talk to you next Thursday. Bye. Mwah.